Mágat, Ceann Comhairle. This is a very, very serious matter, and the Ceann Comhairle and the Oireachtas has taken this very seriously, and we have a report before us. Deputy Martin talked about balance. In reality, Deputy Martin, this isn't about balance, it's about right and wrong. Balance should be taken as a given. And you know, as well as the deputies involved, it was wrong for members of your party to vote twice. And to then come in here and to give what was a very partisan, defensive contribution here today, I think was quite disgraceful. People listening in wanted to see Fianna Fáil put their hands up and say that it was wrong. Instead, what we got was an attack on Fine Gael, an attack on Sinn Féin, and a very partisan speech in an attempt to muddy the waters, because that's what Fianna Fáil do. If I can read from the report for a second, where Deputy Dooley says that he told Deputy Collins, as part of the conversation that they had, that I'll see you at the vote, but I have to make a call. When asked about what he meant by pointing at the seats, Deputy Dooley, according to his statement, said he was indicating to Deputy Collins that he would see Deputy Collins when they were voting. For most people, that's simply not credible. When asked whether he requested Deputy Collins to vote for him, he said, and I quote, "No, I'm clear on that fact." Ceann Comhairle, we cannot say that was a fact, and it is far, far from clear. And I think the vast majority of people outside this House would accept that. Deputy Collins stated that he pressed the button on the vacant seat as he assumed that Deputy Dooley was at the back of the chamber on the phone. You cannot assume, Deputy Collins. 6 votes over 48 minutes, and you assumed that the deputy was in the back. The reality of this says something else. And what we want to know in Sinn Féin, was there a pattern here? Was there an arrangement between certain Fianna Fáil deputies when it comes to voting? And Deputy Martin offered up the astonishing defence that, well, this wasn't a close vote. First of all, we don't know how many times this happened. Your report, Ceann Comhairle, talks about an audit of future votes. We need to do a look back on a lot more votes to see was there a pattern here. But we also need to know, was there an understanding amongst a number of Fianna Fáil deputies to vote for each other when they weren't in the chamber? Deputy Dooley is not here, so I can't put the question to him. And my question to him, Deputy Dooley, you should come clean. Deputy Dooley should come through yourself, Ceann Comhairle. I would say to those deputies, they should come clean. Deputy Collins should come clean. Deputy Cowan should come clean. Stop hiding behind nonsense. It's plain on the nose of everybody's faces what happened here, and yet these deputies are trying to take the Irish people for fools. This is very, very serious, and what people want are the facts, and they haven't got the facts from these deputies. It is absolutely appalling that we have deputies who are voting for other deputies when they are not in the chamber. If this was a citizen, Deputy Martin, that voted in a local or a European or a general election twice, would you say and offer up as a defence, because the margin of the victory was big, that it's not really that important, that it somehow diminishes the wrong that was done? Of course you wouldn't. And absolutely, if this was from any other party, you would be outraged, quite rightly, on your feet, demanding that those deputies told the truth. You have a responsibility to make sure that your deputies give us the facts. I don't believe they've given us the facts in this report.
Thank you, Deputy.
And I think that they should come clean to the people of this state, and they haven't done so yet.